I'm Rebecca Marmaduke, and I'm an instructional designer. I develop online courses, job aids, web pages, short videos like this one, anything that people need to learn new skills. You could do this in an academic setting, but I have done this kind of work mostly for larger corporations. I started out my professional career actually as an English teacher in a high school in Fort Worth, Texas, but I'm a little bit of an introvert. I'm kind of 50% introvert, 50% extrovert, and so I find that working alone and having time to sort of quietly focus on the work leads to a little bit better, I guess, work-life balance or sense of satisfaction for me personally. An average day for me actually includes quite a lot of variety. Right now I'm choosing to step back from full-time positions and take contract work that may last from 6 to 9 months or even freelance work. I've worked in all kinds of industries, everything from telecommunications, and I've even done some wine and food writing. A lot of times instructional designers will work remote, and that's so that they, because they're in high demand, and a lot of employers are willing to let them just work from home. But there's still lots of meetings and video conferences because you have to stay in communication with your boss and with your team, and also with the subject matter expert who is going to help you create the content for your course. What I like most about my job is I'm helping other people get ahead in their jobs by helping them learn, right? I'm helping them perform or even get ahead in their career. What I like least about my job is that sometimes there are really aggressive deadlines, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I would like to always be able to do my very best work, but sometimes just because of the pressure of time and deadlines and trying to keep some kind of work-life balance, I have to let go and maybe create a solution that falls a little bit short of what I would like it to be, although other people might think it's really great work. When I was just getting started back in 2007, there was so much work for instructional designers, right? It was a wide open field, but nowadays everyone grows up with a smartphone, and everybody grows up knowing how to use Photoshop and video editing software. So it's gotten a lot more competitive, and it's becoming a little bit harder to distinguish yourself and what you can do versus, somebody who has a smartphone and maybe some screen capture software. Some people can kind of specialize more. They might be able to front load the sort of analysis and project management pieces of instructional design, whereas somebody else might be more drawn to the storytelling aspect or the visual design aspect. There are really no limits, especially right now, because all the companies and universities are looking for instructional designers. This kind of work is really growing exponentially. There's lots of different paths in. I would say the one universal qualifier is that, a 4-year college degree is necessary, but having good writing skills and good visual design and storytelling skills, those are a good start. And there's absolutely a lot of diversity because there are so much demand for top instructional designers. So if you have a good portfolio and the right professional credentials, you can get hired and recognized. I've worked with teams composed of all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. It's like any other kind of work, right? You have to be willing to push back and take care of yourself, because if you're not spending time with your loved ones and exercising and eating well and getting enough rest, your work and everything else is going to suffer. So by all means, build up your reputation, but if you find yourself drowning in work, you've got to be willing to speak up diplomatically and ask your boss for help. If you have a history of being conscientious and showing up, he or she is going to be willing to listen. If you say that you or maybe drowning a little bit. So just keep in mind that you work to live, you don't live to work.
Visit. Say hello. Okay.